If you're over 60, the vegetables you eat every day could be silently destroying your heart right now. A simple salad you think is healthy might be pushing you closer to a deadly heart attack or stroke. Worst of all, you won't notice the danger until you're rushed to the ER. Welcome to Message for the Elderly, the channel dedicated to seniors across America, where we share vital secrets to keep your heart strong. Today I'm revealing 5 common vegetables that many older adults like you are eating the wrong way, putting dangerous strain on their hearts. Don't look away, this information could be the key to living longer and healthier. Picture this. John, a 72-year-old from Florida, always took pride in his health. He ate greens daily, avoided fried foods, cut back on sugar, and felt confident in his healthy lifestyle. But one morning he woke up with chest pain and fatigue, landing in the hospital. Doctors found his blood pressure spiking and his heart rhythm erratic. All because of a vegetable he ate regularly, thinking it was good for him, but it was undermining his heart medication. John had no idea his healthy choices were quietly putting his heart at risk. I've seen too many cases like his, dedicated seniors who care about their health but make one small mistake in their diet that costs them dearly. In this video, I'll uncover 5 vegetables, likely sitting in your kitchen right now, and explain why they can harm your heart, especially if you're over 60 or on heart medications. I won't just warn you, I'll show you how to eat them safely and share heart-friendly alternatives to keep your heart stronger than ever. This isn't the time to gamble with your health. Every small choice you make today can keep you out of the hospital and let you thrive with your loved ones. If you find this information helpful, please drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're with me. If you think I can do better, leave a 0 and share your thoughts. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for Message for the Elderly and turn on the notification bell to catch more practical health tips. Stay with me because the first vegetable on this list might already be in your fridge. 1. Spinach, superfood or silent threat to your heart. Let's dive right into the first vegetable on our list, spinach. You might be thinking, spinach? That's the superfood I've been told to eat for years. But what if I told you that for those over 60, especially if you're on heart medications, spinach could quietly become a deadly danger? That plate of spinach salad or green smoothie might be undermining your life-saving medication, pushing you closer to a stroke. Don't turn away because what I'm about to share could help you avoid a health disaster you never saw coming. Spinach has long been hailed as a superfood, packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. We've all heard that a serving of spinach can keep you healthy and energized. But here's the frightening truth. For those over 60, particularly if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, often prescribed after a heart attack, stroke, or atrial fibrillation, spinach can be a hidden enemy. What? Spinach is loaded with vitamin K, a nutrient essential for blood clotting. But when you eat too much spinach, this vitamin K counteracts your blood thinner, causing your blood to thicken and increasing the risk of dangerous blood clots. These clots can lead to strokes, heart attacks, or other life-threatening heart complications. The scariest part? You might feel perfectly fine thinking your medication is working, but inside your body, a silent threat is growing. Consider Susan, a 65-year-old from Texas. She was diligent about exercising, eating healthy, and loved her morning spinach smoothies. She thought she was doing the best for her heart. But after a few months, she started feeling fatigued, short of breath, and ended up diagnosed with a blood clot in her lungs. Her doctor discovered that the large amounts of spinach in her diet were reducing the effectiveness of her warfarin, the drug she relied on to prevent strokes. Susan was shocked. She had no idea the superfood she trusted was sabotaging her health. I've seen dozens of patients like her, seniors who unknowingly put their hearts at risk because they didn't know about this dangerous interaction. The tragedy is that they could have avoided these risks with just the right information. So, how can you still enjoy spinach without harming your heart? Spinach isn't the enemy, but how you eat it matters. If you're on blood thinners, the key is to keep your spinach intake consistent. Don't suddenly increase or decrease it. For example, if you love spinach salads, eat a small, fixed amount each week and always inform your doctor about your diet. They can adjust your medication dosage accordingly. For an even safer option, try cooking your spinach. Cooking reduces the vitamin K content, lowering the risk of interfering with your medication. Most importantly, Talk to your doctor before making any dietary changes, especially if you're on heart medications. A small, uncontrolled change could render your medication useless. If you're worried about cutting back on spinach, don't be. There are plenty of heart-friendly alternatives that are just as delicious and nutritious. Lettuce, cooked Swiss chard, or kale are great choices with lower vitamin K levels, supporting your heart health without the risks. These greens provide fiber, antioxidants, and potassium, which help lower blood pressure and protect your arteries. For instance, a lettuce salad with a drizzle of olive oil and lemon is not only tasty but also safe for those on blood thinners. Or try lightly steamed kale, which retains its nutrients while being easier to digest for aging bodies. These options keep your heart healthy and your meals enjoyable, so you don't feel deprived. Here's some practical advice. Be more mindful of your diet. Read the labels on your medications, especially the warnings about food interactions. If you feel fatigued, short of breath, or notice any unusual symptoms, don't hesitate to contact your doctor. They can check if your diet is affecting your medication. And remember, heart health doesn't just come from eating greens, it comes from knowledge and smart choices. Spinach can be part of your diet, but only if you know how to use it safely. Spinach is just the beginning. The next vegetable on our list is even more common and could be sitting on your dinner plate tonight, quietly putting pressure on your heart. Stay with me to find out what it is. 2. Pickled cucumbers, the beloved side dish silently wrecking your heart. If you thought spinach was the only danger lurking in your kitchen, brace yourself because the next vegetable will shock you. Pickled cucumbers, those crisp, tangy slices you often toss into your sandwich or enjoy with lunch, could be quietly spiking your blood pressure, driving your heart toward failure. Just a few innocent bites of pickles can pack double the salt of a bag of potato chips, and the terrifying truth is you won't feel the damage until your heart cries out for help. Stay with me because this common side dish might be sitting on your dinner table tonight. Pickled cucumbers are a staple in American meals, from backyard barbecues to family lunches. They're in sandwiches, next to burgers, or even grabbed as a quick snack while watching TV. You might think they're harmless, even healthier than fried foods or fast food. But here's the alarming reality. Pickles are soaked in brine loaded with sodium, often containing up to 1,000 milligrams in a single small serving, nearly 2/3 of the daily sodium limit recommended for seniors. Sodium isn't just a flavor, it's a chemical that traps water in your bloodstream, increasing blood volume and putting immense pressure on your heart and arteries. Over time, this pressure leads to high blood pressure, stiffened arteries, and eventually heart failure, a condition that can rob you of your health and joy. I've seen countless seniors walk into my clinic, confused because their blood pressure remains uncontrolled despite ditching fried foods, exercising regularly, and even quitting alcohol. They never suspected that a few slices of pickles on their plate were the silent saboteur. Take Robert, a 67-year-old from California. He was diligent about his health, eating salads, avoiding processed foods, and proud of his healthy lifestyle. But he loved adding a few pickle slices to his daily lunch, thinking they were a better choice than other snacks. After months, he started feeling fatigued, with headaches, and his doctor found his blood pressure soaring, putting serious strain on his heart. The culprit? The massive sodium load from pickles he never suspected. I've seen many cases like Robert's, dedicated seniors who unknowingly harm their hearts because of a seemingly harmless side dish. The scariest part is that sodium damage doesn't announce itself. You might feel fine, but inside, your heart is struggling against mounting pressure until chest pain, a stroke, or a heart failure diagnosis shakes you to your core. So, how can you enjoy that tangy crunch without hurting your heart? The good news is you don't have to give up the flavor entirely. Instead of pickled cucumbers, opt for fresh cucumbers or low-sodium vegetables. A few slices of fresh cucumber with a splash of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar deliver that same tangy taste without spiking your blood pressure. When buying canned foods, read labels carefully and choose products marked low sodium or no added salt. If you love making your own, try pickling cucumbers at home with minimal salt, adding herbs like dill, basil, or bay leaves for flavor. These small changes can spare your heart unnecessary strain, keeping you out of the hospital and thriving. If you're worried about giving up pickles, don't be. There are plenty of delicious, heart-friendly alternatives. Fresh carrots, celery, or cucumbers not only provide that satisfying crunch but are also rich in fiber, helping lower cholesterol and stabilize blood pressure. For example, a plate of celery sticks with homemade hummus is a tasty, heart-safe snack. Or try sliced carrots drizzled with a touch of olive oil and black pepper. Simple, nutritious, and gentle on your arteries. These options are especially crucial as you age, since your kidneys don't filter sodium as efficiently anymore. They let your heart breathe easier while delivering the nutrients you need to stay healthy. Here's some practical advice. Be wary of all processed foods. Not just pickles, but canned soups, pickled vegetables, or even salad dressings can hide sodium that quietly undermines your health efforts. Make your own dips or seasonings at home with herbs like rosemary, oregano, or fresh lemon to boost flavor without salt. Check your blood pressure regularly, and if you notice unusual spikes, take a hard look at your menu. Pickles may be tasty, but your heart deserves more care than a side dish. The next vegetable is even more dangerous, and it could be setting your heart ablaze. Stay with me to find out what it is. 3. Red chili peppers. The fiery favorite silently burning your heart. Have you ever thought that a spicy kick in your favorite dish could set your heart ablaze in the most dangerous way? Red chili peppers, from a few fresh slices in your salsa to a spoonful of chili powder in a pot of chili, are a beloved part of American meals. But for those over 60, they could be a ticking time bomb for your heart. Just one spicy bite can send your heart racing, spike your blood pressure, and push you closer to a heart attack. Keep watching because this familiar spice might be hiding in the dish you're planning for dinner tonight, ready to cause harm you never suspected. Red chili peppers are the soul of many American dishes, from fiery tacos in Texas to smoky barbecue sauce in the South. We love the explosion they bring, especially as aging dulls our taste buds, and a bit of heat seems to make everything tastier. But here's the alarming truth. Red chili peppers, especially the spicy or concentrated forms like chili powder and hot sauce, stimulate your nervous system, boost adrenaline, and drive up your heart rate and blood pressure. For younger people, this might not be a problem. But after 60, when arteries are stiffer and your heart is more sensitive, the fire from chili peppers becomes a deadly risk. I've seen seniors come to my clinic with racing hearts, chest tightness, or sudden blood pressure spikes after a spicy meal. They never imagined that a pinch of chili in their food was sending their heart into a danger zone. Take Maria, a 70-year-old from Arizona. She loved Mexican cuisine, proudly making her own spicy salsa with fresh red chilies or chili powder for most meals. She thought it was just a way to keep her family dinners lively. But one evening, after a plate of spicy tacos, she felt her heart pounding, struggled to breathe, and had to rush to the ER. Her doctor found her blood pressure had skyrocketed, putting severe stress on her heart. Chili peppers don't just cause immediate reactions. Regular consumption can lead to chronic inflammation in your blood vessels, weakening your cardiovascular system and raising the risk of heart attack or stroke. I've seen many cases like Maria's, where a seemingly harmless spice pushed a heart into perilous territory. The scariest part is you might not notice the problem until your body sends an SOS signal. So, how do you keep the bold flavors without harming your heart? You don't need to settle for bland meals. Avoid spicy red chilies, especially concentrated forms like chili powder or hot sauce, as they trigger the strongest reactions. Instead, opt for milder seasonings like black pepper, fresh ginger, or basil. These bring rich flavor without stressing your nervous system. For example, a pinch of ground ginger in a soup or black pepper on a salad can make your dish vibrant yet safe for your heart. If you still crave a hint of heat, try red bell peppers. They're mild, packed with vitamin C, and support heart health without causing strain. If you're worried about losing that spicy kick you love, don't be. There are plenty of exciting alternatives to keep your meals delicious. Herbs like basil, oregano, or cooked garlic not only deliver bold flavors but also benefit your heart. For instance, roasted garlic in a soup can help lower cholesterol without the irritation of chilies. Or try sprinkling oregano on roasted tomatoes, aromatic and artery-friendly. These seasonings let you enjoy your meals without overworking your heart. Fresh basil in a pasta dish or a squeeze of lemon on vegetables can turn a simple meal into a flavor-packed feast while keeping your blood pressure stable. These choices are especially vital as you age, since your cardiovascular system can't handle the shock of spicy foods as well. Here's some practical advice. Listen to your body. If you feel your heart racing, discomfort, or any odd symptoms after eating spicy foods, it's a sign to make a change. Keep a food diary to track what you eat and any symptoms, and share it with your doctor to pinpoint potential triggers. Instead of relying on chilies for flavor, experiment with herbs and mild spices. You'll be surprised at the variety they bring. And remember, your heart doesn't need fire to feel alive. It needs care and safety. The next vegetable is even more surprising, and it might be waiting in your dinner tonight. Stay with me to find out what it is. For raw garlic, nature's miracle or silent poison for your heart. We often believe nature always brings us goodness, but what if garlic, the so-called miracle cure for health, is quietly turning into poison in your body? Raw garlic, from crushed cloves in your salad to capsules swallowed like medicine, could be thinning your blood too much, putting you at risk of internal bleeding or fainting from low blood pressure. For those over 60, especially if you're on heart medications, raw garlic isn't always the friend you think it is. Keep watching, because the truth about this everyday spice might make you rethink what's in your kitchen today. Garlic has been celebrated for centuries as a natural remedy. Online articles, books, and even family advice praise raw garlic for lowering cholesterol, thinning blood, and protecting your heart. Many seniors across America, especially those seeking natural solutions, add raw garlic to salads, dips, or even swallow whole cloves like supplements. But here's the frightening contradiction. The very blood-thinning property of raw garlic can become a deadly danger when combined with heart medications, particularly anticoagulants like warfarin or aspirin. When you eat raw garlic regularly, it can amplify your medication's effects, making your blood too thin and leading to risks of internal bleeding, severe bruising, or even uncontrollable hemorrhages. Worse, raw garlic can also cause sudden drops in blood pressure, leaving you dizzy, fatigued, or fainting, signs that your heart isn't getting enough blood to function. I've seen seniors come to my clinic with symptoms like persistent nosebleeds or low blood pressure, all because they believed raw garlic was a natural way to stay healthy. Consider Thomas, a 69-year-old from Illinois. He was diligent about his health, avoiding fast food and regularly adding raw garlic to his lunch salads to protect his heart. He even took garlic extract supplements, thinking they'd boost his health. But one day he started getting unstoppable nosebleeds along with fatigue and dizziness. His doctor found that the raw garlic he consumed was enhancing the effects of his aspirin, making his blood dangerously thin and causing minor hemorrhages. Thomas was stunned. He thought he was doing the best for his health, but he was unknowingly putting his heart at risk. Cases like his aren't rare. Many seniors trust garlic's benefits without realizing that their bodies at this age react differently to food and medicine than when they were younger. The tragedy is that a little knowledge could have spared them these risks. So, how can you harness garlic's benefits without harming your heart? The good news is you don't have to abandon this spice entirely. Instead of raw garlic, use cooked garlic. Cooking reduces its blood-thinning effects, making it safer when you're on heart medications. For example, roasted or sautéed garlic in soups still delivers that rich flavor and some health benefits without the risks. If you're using garlic as a supplement like garlic extract or capsules, consult your doctor first. They can check if your dosage is safe with your heart medications. Most importantly, don't suddenly increase raw garlic in your diet without telling your doctor. A small change can lead to big consequences. If you're worried about cutting back on raw garlic, don't be. There are plenty of safe, delicious alternatives. Roasted garlic, cooked ginger, or onions bring bold flavors and support heart health without the dangers. For instance, roasted garlic in a vegetable bake is not only aromatic but also helps lower cholesterol safely. Cooked ginger in stir-fries or caramelized onions in soups are great options too, offering antioxidants and supporting blood flow without overthinning your blood. These choices are especially suitable for seniors, whose bodies are more sensitive to sudden changes in blood pressure or clotting. You can still enjoy tasty meals without making your heart pay the price. Here's some practical advice. Monitor your body closely, especially if you use garlic supplements or heart medications. If you notice nosebleeds, unusual bruising, or dizziness, contact your doctor immediately and share details about your diet. Keep a log of how much garlic you consume and any symptoms to help pinpoint issues. Instead of relying on raw garlic as a miracle cure, experiment with cooked spices and herbs. They'll make your meals exciting yet safe. Your heart doesn't need unnecessary risks, it needs smart care. The next vegetable is even more surprising, and it might be hiding in your healthy salad. Stay with me to find out what it is. 5. Raw sprouts, the healthy choice or a bacterial trap threatening your heart. Imagine holding a handful of sprouts, those vibrant, crisp, life-filled greens, and tossing them into your salad thinking you're making the healthiest choice possible. But what if I told you these tiny sprouts could harbor dangerous bacteria, ready to trigger severe infections and harm your heart? Sprouts, from alfalfa to mung beans, are often hailed as superfoods, but for those over 60, they can be a deadly risk, landing you in the hospital from a single clean meal. Don't look away because this vegetable might be waiting in your lunch salad today, carrying dangers you never suspected. Sprouts are a favorite in America's healthy eating scene, gracing sandwiches, salads, or even serving as an eye-catching garnish. They're praised for their enzymes, vitamins, and living energy. But here's the alarming truth. Sprouts grow in warm, moist environments, perfect breeding grounds for bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria. For younger people, a foodborne illness might cause temporary discomfort. But for those over 60 with weakened immune systems, these bacteria can lead to devastating consequences. A seemingly minor stomachache can quickly spiral into sepsis, dehydration, or even endocarditis, a life-threatening infection of the heart's lining. I've seen seniors hospitalized with irregular heartbeats or worsening heart failure simply because they ate contaminated sprouts. The scariest part is you might think you're eating clean, but this healthy food could be silently sabotaging your heart. Take Linda, a 66-year-old from Oregon. A dedicated vegetarian, she prioritized fresh foods and proudly ate alfalfa sprout salads daily. But a week after buying sprouts from a local farmer's market, she started feeling stomach pain, fever, and rapidly grew weak. She was hospitalized with a salmonella infection that led to a severe infection affecting her heart. Her heart, already weakened by age, struggled to fight the infection, making her heart failure significantly worse. Linda never imagined her healthy salad would put her in danger. Cases like hers remind us that at this age, your body can't fight off threats as easily as it once did. So, how can you enjoy sprouts without risking your heart? The good news is you don't have to give up this crisp delicacy entirely. Instead of eating sprouts raw, cook them. Steaming or lightly sautéing kills bacteria while preserving flavor and some nutrients. When buying sprouts, choose from trusted sources like reputable supermarkets, and store them in the fridge at low temperatures to limit bacterial growth. But the safest approach, especially if you have heart issues or a weakened immune system, is to avoid raw sprouts altogether. A minute of preparation can save you days in the hospital. If you're worried about skipping raw sprouts, try safer alternatives. Cooked greens like steamed spinach or boiled broccoli are nutrient-rich and easier to digest, perfect for aging bodies. These vegetables offer fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, protecting your arteries and easing heart strain without the risk of bacterial contamination. For example, a plate of steamed broccoli with a drizzle of olive oil is both delicious and safe. These choices let you maintain a healthy diet without worrying about bacteria harming your health. Here's some practical advice. Wash all vegetables thoroughly before eating, even if they look clean. Prioritize cooking high-risk foods like sprouts to minimize danger. If you experience stomach pain, fever, or any unusual symptoms after eating raw greens, contact your doctor immediately. Your heart can't fight effectively when your body is battling an infection. Sprouts may be tempting, but your health deserves priority. The final section will surprise you, and it's about the foods that truly support your heart. Stay with me to discover them. Heart-healthy foods, smart choices to make your heart stronger than ever. You've just learned about certain vegetables that may silently pose risks. But don't worry, your heart can still thrive and stay full of life. After 60, every food choice becomes an opportunity to protect your heart and help you live longer and more actively with your family and friends. Instead of chasing trendy diets, focus on simple, easy-to-make foods that truly care for your heart. In this section, I'll share heart-safe vegetables, smart cooking tips, and lifestyle habits to keep your heart beating strong every day. Let's begin this journey, because small changes today can bring big miracles for your health. Older adults need a diet that helps reduce inflammation, stabilize blood pressure, and nourish healthy blood vessels. Instead of risky vegetables like raw sprouts or raw garlic, opt for foods that support your heart without causing harm. Steamed broccoli, roasted carrots, sautéed kale, sweet potatoes, cooked tomatoes, and lentils are excellent choices. These foods are rich in fiber, potassium, and antioxidants, which help lower cholesterol, maintain stable blood pressure, and protect arteries from damage. More importantly, they're easy to digest and gentle on an aging body. For example, a plate of steamed broccoli with a touch of olive oil is not only delicious but also helps reduce inflammation in blood vessels. Or try a naturally sweet roasted sweet potato, packed with potassium to keep your blood pressure steady. These foods won't interfere with heart medications, so you can eat with peace of mind. Cooking tips are key to keeping your heart healthy. Instead of frying, choose to steam or roast. This preserves nutrients and avoids unnecessary fats. For instance, steaming broccoli retains its vitamin C and fiber, while roasting carrots with a bit of honey adds natural sweetness without stressing your heart. Avoid salt, a known culprit for high blood pressure, and replace it with herbs like basil, rosemary, or turmeric. A dash of turmeric in lentils not only enhances flavor but also has anti-inflammatory properties that support blood vessels. Try sprinkling fresh basil over roasted tomatoes or adding rosemary to sweet potatoes. These herbs make your meals tasty and heart-safe. Small changes in how you cook can turn every dish into a remedy for your heart. To support your heart, lifestyle matters just as much as diet. Maintain a consistent eating schedule. Avoid sudden changes, especially if you're on heart medications. For example, if you want to add a new vegetable to your meals, talk to your doctor first to make sure it doesn't interfere with your meds. Combine your meals with gentle movement, like a 20-minute walk each day or some yoga, to boost circulation and reduce stress. Don't forget to get enough rest. Quality sleep helps your heart recover. I've seen many older patients dramatically improve their health just by eating smarter, moving regularly, and listening to their bodies. Take Anna, 68, for example. She lowered her blood pressure and felt more energized after switching to steamed broccoli and morning walks. Here's a practical tip. Start with small changes. Check your fridge and remove risky foods like raw sprouts or pickled cucumbers. Replace them with cooked vegetables and fragrant herbs. Write down your weekly meal plan and keep track of how you feel. If you notice fatigue or abnormal blood pressure, inform your doctor. Your heart has been with you for decades. Now it's time to take care of it. Try a serving of steamed broccoli or roasted sweet potatoes tonight. These choices are not just tasty, they're a gift to your well-being. We've just taken an important journey, a journey to care for your heart through everyday food choices. At the beginning of this video, I shared about 5 vegetables that older adults should be cautious with, including spinach, pickled cucumbers, red peppers, raw garlic, and raw sprouts. While these foods are commonly seen as healthy for people over 60, especially those taking blood pressure or heart medications, or those with sensitive digestion, they can bring hidden risks such as elevated blood pressure, drug interactions, irritation of the gut lining, or bloating and discomfort. But the good news is you don't need to completely remove them from your life. The solution is simple. Just cook the vegetables that may cause irritation, use them in moderation, and always consult your doctor if you have underlying conditions or are on medications. Additionally, you can easily replace them with heart-friendly, safer alternatives like steamed broccoli, roasted sweet potatoes, carrots, kale, cooked tomatoes, and lentils. These foods are not only delicious, but they also support blood circulation, help stabilize blood pressure, and are easy to digest, ideal for older adults. Remember this, your heart deserves care. It has beaten millions of times to keep you alive, to help you love and enjoy life. Now, every small eating decision you make each day is a way to return that love. Age is not a barrier to living healthy, active, and joyful, as long as you make the right choices that suit your body and lifestyle. And now it's time to take action. Right after this video, I invite you to check your fridge. Are there any risky vegetables that need to be replaced or prepared differently? Try writing down a weekly meal plan and consider swapping fried foods for steamed ones, or raw veggies for cooked ones. Share this video with your friends and older family members, because health is the greatest gift we can offer one another. If you found today's information helpful, please comment with a 1 below. If you think it could be improved, type a 0. I always welcome feedback to do better. And don't forget to subscribe to the Message for the Elderly channel, where I share practical, easy-to-understand health advice designed especially for seniors. Thank you for being here, and I wish you a strong, healthy heart, today and always.